Hello, beautiful people. Today, we're diving deep into XRP, Bitcoin, and the overall crypto market. Brad Garlinghouse just dropped a statement with 1000% in it. And no, that wasn't clickbait. We'll break down exactly what he meant, what this week looks like for crypto, and whether we're about to enter a golden market phase. But wait. Before we get into all that, it's Monday, and you know what we do every Monday. It's time for your weekly reminder. Investing in crypto is risky. You could lose everything to a rug pull, a hack, a failed smart contract, or a project going to zero. Never invest more than you can afford to lose. Not financial advice. Always do your own research. Now that we've got that out of the way, let's get into what's ahead for the markets this week. Not the sexiest week, but it's not a CPI week. No major Fed speeches. Nothing too flashy on the economic calendar. But don't let that fool you. There are still big macro factors at play. The main one? Donald Trump and trade deal talk. We'll cover this more in depth throughout the week, but the potential for market-moving headlines is definitely there. So keep your notifications on. Sunday fun day. Then sell off as of this recording. XRP is at $2.18, down roughly 0.86% on the day. Bitcoin saw a high of $108,750 and has now pulled back to $107,633. This is classic behavior. Sunday rally, Monday pullback. You know the pattern. XRP pumped up late Sunday, but as we crossed into Monday, the sell pressure hit. No surprises here. This happens almost every week after the weekly candle closes, and that's where it gets interesting. Weekly candle and resistance. Bitcoin closed another weekly candle above $106,000 and is once again testing the final major weekly resistance around $108,200. If we break that cleanly, folks, we're looking at new all-time highs, and if Bitcoin breaks out, the altcoin market will follow. XRP included. Bitcoin leads, alts react right now. Bitcoin is the conductor of the orchestra. When BTC rises a little, alts surge. When BTC dips slightly, alts crash harder. As for XRP, there's no immediate standalone catalyst, not unless an XRP ETF gets announced or Ripple files for an IPO, or we get some surprise legal clarity, which doesn't seem likely right now. Brad Garlinghouse getting a tattoo at age 50 isn't a catalyst, though it was symbolic. More on that in a second. Garlinghouse, 1000%. So, Brad responded to a tweet about locking in your convictions later in life, saying 1000% to show how confident he is about XRP and Ripple. Naturally, the XRP community is buzzing. Does this mean XRP will pump 1000%? Let's be real. Brad isn't giving price predictions, but what he is showing is unshakable conviction in Ripple's long-term mission and XRP's utility. And that alone can energize the community. Technical setup. Technically, XRP is forming a massive pennant pattern on the daily chart. If XRP can close above the upper trend line, we could see algo triggers swing trader activity, potential breakout moves, but until then, we're just waiting on confirmation. Bitcoin dominance and altcoin. Season Bitcoin dominance remains above 65%, meaning altcoins are still lagging. But this could be a setup for a massive altcoin run when BTC consolidates and money rotates. Remember what Alex said, last Altseason, people gave up. Prices got so low, you could 20-30x. That only happens when nobody's paying attention. Now might be one of those times. Q2 was huge for BTC and ETH. Let's look at performance. Q2 2025, Bitcoin plus 31%, Ethereum plus 37. Compare that to Q1, ETH, -45%, BTC, minus 11%. That's a monster comeback. But remember, these numbers look great on a chart, but they only tell part of the story. Tariff fears and macro uncertainty caused the drop, and now the recovery. Always zoom out. Get the full picture. Scams and fake accounts. Quick reminder, I will never DM you asking for money, offering to trade for you, or asking you to sign up for anything. If you see my face on a fake account, report it. Twitter/X is decent about removing them, but Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook? Not so much. Stay safe out there. Final thoughts. Where do we go from here? We had a golden cross on Bitcoin, which, historically, leads to a 10 to 15% pullback, then a monster rally. That's exactly what happened this time. 2.so. Will we get another 2017 style run, plus 2,200%? Or more like 2016, plus 139%? Nobody knows for sure, but what we do know is the long-term setup is bullish, liquidity is building, institutional interest is stronger than ever, and altcoins are still sitting quietly, waiting for their moment. So be smart. Stay informed. Trade responsibly. Have a plan with entries, exits, and stop losses, because as they say in the military, rules are written in blood. In trading, they're written in losses. Thanks for being here, beautiful people. If you got value from this, smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and drop a comment below. Let me know what catalyst you think could move XRP next. And like I always say, let's make a lot of money. But more importantly, let's make smart money.